2014 Jeep Sport Wrangler Unlimited. Going to put on an MBRP muffler, dual pipe. Okay, there's the muffler, there's your outlets, there's your clamps, and there's your pipes. That's what they all consist of. Okay, so I'll go and start the Jeep up and rev it up so you can hear how it sounds with the stock exhaust. And then when I'm done, I'll start it up with this exhaust. Okay, it's running. Okay. Woohoo! All right. This is what the factory one looks like. All right, so now you need to do is get yourself some rust penetrant, and you want to spray the hanger right there, the rubber piece. Spray that and get it inside that little hanger rod. Do that on the right side and do it on the left side. This piece right here, and then you want to take off the clamp. It's a 15 millimeter. Take off the nut, take off the little wedge and the little spacer. Push the bolt through, get the bolt out, and there's a 15. And the clamp is welded onto the muffler, so just loosen it up. So now what we're gonna do is take these off the hangers, and I'm going to try wiggling the muffler back and forth to see if we can pry it off. Get yourself a nice pry bar, go underneath here and go up onto the grommet and pry that grommet off of it using the tailpipe as a wedge and push it off. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then on the other side, you use the muffler, pry against, and pry this one off. Okay, all right. And now the muffler is actually just hanging there with the pipe, and we'll see if it's got some movement on the pipe, and we'll wiggle it and see if we can keep wiggling it and pry it and pull it off. Okay, it's a little frozen. Gonna have to heat it up. You got some MAP gas, which is better than propane. MAP gas gets hotter. I'm gonna use MAP gas, but I do have a torch, acetylene torch, oxygen acetylene, but most people don't. I'm gonna try it this way, see if I can get it with the MAP gas. This vehicle has 60,000 miles on it. So we'll see how good it's on there. Okay, I pried the clamp out so I can get the heat underneath the clamp, because I don't want to just heat the clamp and waste any time. So just work it around, get it hot. Okay, when you get it pretty hot, and see if you can start wiggling it. So you get the idea. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, been heating it up. What I'm doing is I'm pulling on the muffler out by the tailpipe. And it came loose, so now I can wiggle it and keep wiggling it. You might want to put on a pair of gloves to withstand heat, because you never know, it might come loose, and then you'll reach down to grab it, and you'll grab the wrong spot. So I advise putting on some gloves. This baby's pretty loose. I've been wiggling it, and I'm gonna get some gloves on, and then I'm gonna wiggle it off. It should come right off. You know, when you're wiggling it back and forth, it helps spread that pipe open a little bit, you know? All right. Okay, there it is. There's my gloves. So, got it. Just gotta keep working it, baby. Keep working it. All right. get some sandpaper and sand this down, get all the crusty stuff off, nice and smooth. So then that'd be good. All right, you wanna grab this pipe, the galvanized looking one with the slit in the end of it. You wanna put some anti-seize inside the pipe and then shove it up inside here first. And then stick it inside your exhaust pipe. Get it up in there as far as you can get it. It should be about 3/8 of an inch away from the stop, because that's as far as it can go. I tap down with my hammer, you know, to make a mini sledge. It didn't do any damage to the pipe or anything. I'm not gonna do that to the black ones, but I'll do it to this one. So it's on there. I put some anti-seize on my bolts for my clamps. Put them on there and I snugged it up just to see where I'm at. And then I'll put the muffler on and the other pipe and we'll line everything up. And at the end, then we'll fully tighten all the clamps. Okay, put some anti-seize inside your muffler on your pipes. And then what you wanna do is you wanna measure this distance and then mark it on your exhaust pipe, you know, because you don't want this pipe sticking way inside here. You just want it to go right to there. That way, so if you do stick it inside there, or it might be in there too far, or you might have it out too far. So you don't really know how far you actually are in there. Okay, so this gives you an idea actually how far it's in there. So it's in there this far, okay? And then put your clamp on there so you actually don't see the clamp part. So you just see the band, you know? So you don't see that from behind. So you wanna stick it up in there so you don't see it, okay? So you wanna snug it up. All right, okay. Now you got the other pipe with the hanger on it. You want to measure from here to there, mark your pipe so you know how far you're sticking in there, okay? Stick it up into the hanger first and then push the muffler up and get this lined up and stick it inside there. And I put some anti-seize in there also, and I got some anti-seize on this clamp. So you want to snug this one up just like that so you don't see the actual clamp. So you want to maybe put it behind there like that because it's a little bit lower. Something like that, okay? So I'm going to snug these up and then I'm going to put my other pipe in next. Okay, I put the left side pipe, I measured it and marked it. Okay, and I stuck it inside there and I put the clamp on there. All right. Next thing you need to do is center your muffler. Measure from the side of the muffler to the frame. I measured 13 3/16, and from here to the frame, 13 3/16. So if you need to move it one way or the other, you move it on this pipe. When you get it centered, remark it, okay? So that way you know if it moved on you. All right. All right. So next we need to do is figure out our tailpipes. We'll basically figure out how you want your muffler. Do you want your muffler to be straight up and down, or you want it angled like that to give you a little bit of ground clearance? I think I like that. Give me a little bit of ground clearance. Okay. I don't really care about people seeing the muffler. I just want some ground clearance. And we'll see what, I'll stick them tailpipes on there and I'll see how that looks with that. Okay, I have that one snugged up and this one snugged up. So the muffler is kind of a little bit of an angle so it's not straight down. And I put the pipe on there, it looks pretty good. It ends up with the back of the bumper, it looks nice. So, anyway, this is what bothered me now. It's a little high on this side. You take this pipe out and it drops down. So what I need to do is take this pipe off and bend that hanger up. It'll allow me to hang down a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that in case you run across that. You know? All right, the muffler look pretty even there, okay? So what I did was I bent the hanger that's welded to the frame. I heated up the bend part right there, and I put a monkey pipe wrench on it, and I bent it down, okay? And by in turn bringing that one down, dropped my exhaust down on this side. So now I'm gonna snug up my pipes where I want them, and then I'm gonna put on my tailpipe pieces, the ends, I don't know what they call them. Okay, remember, you line this up to the pipe and you mark it. Line it up to the pipe and you mark it, so that way you know where you're at. And then you wanna make sure everything's centered, right height. All right, you don't want these pipes pointing up because you want them to drain the water if they do get some water in them. So I try to get them as level as possible, but down a little bit, all right? And then I measured the distance between here and there equally. And I got that muffler as level as I can get it. All right, then remember I twisted that muffler in, give us a little bit more ground clearance in the back. And so it looks good. You don't really see the clamps. You see the clamps, but you don't see the bolts, okay? That's what I wanted. All right. And just go around, double tighten everything up. And on the tailpipes, tips, these are 10 millimeter Allens. I put some anti-seize on the threads and then I tighten them up. And I ran my hand across it to find the top of it, make sure it's not tilted one way or the other. So that looks good. So everything looks good. Now I'm gonna do the sound test. All right. Sounds more deeper. Before it sounded kind of tinny. Okay, let's go back there and let's see what it sounds like. By my ears. Let's see. Look about singing. And let's about singing. Yep. That's it. If you like it, go ahead and pick one up. They're not that bad to put on. It's just a matter of lining it all up, and you'll be good to go. And this does have the 3.6 in it, so, or a 3.8, I don't remember. One of the two. But anyway, if I helped you out with this video installing that exhaust, that's great. Then maybe you can subscribe to me. If you already have subscribed to me, that's awesome. But I appreciate it if you would subscribe to me and tell me what you think of the exhaust. Okay, thank you.